Hello there, fellow enthusiasts. Welcome back to another episode of Disruptors Unveiled. I'm your host, Venk.
And I'm Rishik. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the world of finance, but with a twist. We're unraveling the story of the disruptor that changed the investment landscape, also known as Robinhood.
Rishik, when you hear the word Robinhood, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Oh, it definitely has to be the democratization of investing. The notion that everyone, irrespective of their financial background, can be a part of the financial markets. Even for me, I use Robinhood as my primary place to invest in the stock market.
No doubt about that, but let's rewind a bit. Remember when the stock market seemed like an exclusive club? Access only those with really deep pockets.
Oh yeah, definitely. The barriers to entry were sky high, especially I remember in New York, the 1920s, and during that time period, commissions, the complex interfaces, and the general perception of the common people that investing was mostly for the financial elite.
Exactly, because people felt like you have to have extremely good connections or deep pockets to even enter the building where trading happened. But I think that's where Robinhood emerges, right? It saw these barriers as an opportunity and they envisioned a solution.
Yeah, definitely. So I think Robinhood is all about, it's not just providing a trading platform. It's also about dismantling those barriers that kept everyday people, and everyday people, middle class and lower class people from participating in the financial markets.
Exactly. So there comes these two jits called Vlad Tenev and Baiju Bhatt. They're the visionary founders of Robinhood, and their mindset wasn't to just create a user-friendly app, but it was to make investment accessible to everyone. It's about democratizing the financial opportunities, not for just the rich, but the poor, the middle class, for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. So Vlad and Baiju had this vision of creating a platform that kind of empowers individuals to take control of their financial destiny. So it wasn't just about disrupting the industry, it was about reshaping the narrative on who could participate in the world of finance. So it's not just the financial elite, but middle class and lower class people could also engage in the stock market, and hopefully potentially they could also make quite a bit of money.
Yeah, I remember we would used to see ads on YouTube or other kinds of social media where they would be for 10 cents a coffee a day, you could invest in the stock market. So I think their entire vision was just having everyday people take whatever small pocket change they had and investing that into the stock market. And I think that's the core of Robinhood's disruptiveness. It's not really about just introducing the zero commission trading, which is a big thing. It's also rooted in the mindset of empowering individuals as the individual investors.
Yeah, absolutely. Now let's talk a bit more about the UI, or the user experience. So Robinhood, I've used the app before, and I'll say from personal experience, the app, it's just great. The user interface, it's engaging, and it's honestly very fun to use. I actually feel I enjoy using the app.
Yeah, true. It's like a platform. It's not a platform for seasoned traders. Seasoned traders up in Wall Street, they have their 4 or 5 monitors all hooked up, and they have real-time data, and Robinhood also has real-time data, but it's for the people who try to go into the stock market for fun, just to start off in the stock market with a sense of confidence and ease that whatever they're doing is low cash, low value. But I think that's where Robinhood's really commission-free market starts. You want to talk more about that, Vishal?
Yeah, the commission-free model, that's definitely a game changer. So it kind of challenges the traditional brokerage model where if you wanted to invest, I remember back in around 2013, where if I wanted to invest in a particular stock, I would usually call a brokerage firm and ask them to make a trade for me.
Yeah, but I think that's a pretty big thing. It's not about providing a service, but it's about challenging a norm and giving the average person the tools to participate, right? Wealth building opportunities in the stock market aren't that rare, but it's the ability, the mindset to think that someone else has to come in and help me do it, not that I can do it myself.
Yeah, and let's not overlook the gamification aspect. the introduction of features like also fractional shares, which I actually use, which is basically just you can invest, like for example, if a stock is like $300 and you only have $200, you can get a fractional share in that company. But anyways, it's also about making investing not just accessible to everyone, but also finding a way to make it enjoyable and actually interesting to invest.
I think that's I think that's a good point to bring up, Rishik. Robinhood brought an element of excitement and accessibility to the investing. Like before, investing and like investment banking specifically was seen as like a snoozy job where people were clocking work 9 to 5 as a banking job. But I think Robinhood also brought a sense of excitement with a fun interactive UI that made it fun for average everyday people. And I think it's also like noteworthy to like recognize that it's like the fun aspect is noticeably absent in the traditional financial landscape.
Yeah, definitely. And it's because of that fun aspect of Robinhood, it's led to a culture phenomenon where Robinhood has inspired a new wave of investors who might have felt like younger generations, such as like Gen Z. Even me, I got into investing at a pretty young age, and I'm sure millions of other youth across America are just as interested due to Robinhood's app and how fun it is to use.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think it's become a cultural phenomenon where it's inspiring a new way of like investors who might not have felt this included before. Because if you look at our parents' generations and our parents' generation, you can notice a sense that people thought that to be an investment banker, you needed a degree and you needed to go to New York and work at a big building. But I think with these kind of apps, we're starting to see a shift of big people in big offices investing all the time to your average Joe investing. Oh, he's having his morning coffee.
Yeah, definitely. Let's not forget about the challenges, though. Robinhood faced scrutiny and also criticism, especially during periods of market volatility. But what's noteworthy is their response. It's indicative of their commitment to learning, adapting, evolving, and to suiting the client's needs.
Indeed, it's not about just success, but it's about adaptability. It's about the continuous improvement based on feedback and challenges, and it's also about learning from like big problems and obstacles that you encounter along the way.
Yeah, so as we wrap up, let's kind of summarize what we've talked about. So Vlad and Baiju's disruptive mindset, they were all about challenging the status quo in finance, making it accessible to all, not just the elite, and empowering individuals to take control of their financial destiny and making it enjoyable at the same time.
Yeah, Robinhood isn't a trading platform. It's a symbol of financial inclusivity and empowerment. So while we can say that Robinhood is just an app for Vlad and Baiju to get rich, it's also about rewriting the rules of the investment game. It's no longer about big men in big suits and big offices, but your average Joe just sitting at home investing.
Yeah, definitely. And that kind of concludes our in-depth exploration into the disruptive journey of Robinhood. Thanks everyone for joining us on this financial odyssey, everyone. And don't forget, stay disruptive.
And see you guys next time.